Brian Kerst from Big Gay Horror Fan here with the elastic, eclectic, amazing Doug Jones.
That's a lot of adjectives. Thank you.
I
for
know,
that.
I know.
Right.
So the truth. You're so amazingly talented. I know you've talked a lot. I'm sure
In general,
in
yes.
general,
Yeah.
about so many of the better known projects like the Fantastic Four and Pan's Labyrinth. Let's concentrate on maybe some of the
More obscure
stuff like Gainsbourg. Can we talk a bit about that?
Yeah, Gainsbourg.
Gainsbourg.
Gainsbourg, a heroic life, or vie heroique. The French movie that I did, yeah.
It's beautifully filmed.
Well, thank you for seeing it. Thank you for knowing about it. French films don't get a whole lot of play here in the States, but Gainsbourg has been crossing the country a couple cities at a time, and it hit Chicago, where you saw it in the Music Box Theater. Gainsbourg is a biography movie on the life of Serge Gainsbourg, singer-songwriter of iconic status.
Bon vivant, crazy man, radical.
Crazy man, yeah. Cultural icon as well, because he sort of set a standard of rebellion and the flipping off the government and whatever. The French love him. And he's a cigarette smoker, a drinker, a womanizer, and again the French love him. You know what I'm saying? So I had the honor, the dubious honor of playing his alter ego in the film. I was the one responsible for the decisions of him leaving his wife and kids several times throughout the film, and but making very wise business decisions for him, and being the muse that inspired his art and his music. And
there's a scene where you inspire him to leave the art behind and go into music, where you
leave his
burn.
paintings. Yes.
You burn. Were there a lot of pyrotechnics and fire involved in that, or was that a lot of CGI work?
A lot of pyrotechnics and a very good stunt double. Yeah, they wouldn't let me get set on fire. Unfortunately, that would have been kind of a fun trick to have up my sleeve.
Feather in your little feather in your cap.
I was on fire once.
Very much so.
In a 5-hour makeup application with a guitar in my hands. That was a great scene with real fire. They set the room on fire. It was controlled, but then they'd added some CG enhancements later. Yes.
And it's a beautiful film, and you actually are really a core presence, a core part in that, which is amazing for us.
Yeah.
To see you on screen for more than a blip, like in The Legion, as amazing as you were.
Legion. The Ice Cream Man. Anybody? No?
We love the Ice Cream Man. Can you talk a little bit about that, as long as we've opened up my chest?
Speaking. Let me get my guts out. I've opened up my chest. In Legion, Legion was a fun one. The director of Legion, Scott Stewart, came to me and wanted this special cameo to be played by me because first of all, the character, the Ice Cream Man, steps out of the truck looking like a regular guy, and then all of a sudden, his jaw drops and his arms and legs grow. So he's thinking long, thin arms and legs that grow. Let's get Doug Jones for that. But and
it's the best part of the movie. I mean, literally, you stop the show. You begin the show actually.
I begin the onslaught.
You really make the movie pop.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Well, Scott Stewart told me that he wanted to give any of the fans out there who know my rubberized mask, character work. He wanted to give them a little treat. A little frosty treat.
It was a frightfully frosty treat.
Of seeing my face before I morph into, it's like, oh, that's what Doug Jones really looks like. Oh my gosh! So I owe him one for that. That was very sweet of him to
Which is amazing. And that was the one thing about Gainsbourg that I was disappointed. I really, for some reason, had it set in my mind that I was going to see your face, because I thought it would be the perfect project for you to kind of step out of the the masks and the makeup, but you're amazing.
Well, thank you. As costume characters and heavily made up characters go, the alter ego of Serge Gainsbourg. My name in the movie was Le Dieu, which means ugly mug. I was sort of like a cartoony, exaggerated version of what Gainsbourg thought was flaws in his own face. He had a rather prominent nose and some big ears, and he hated his face. But still, what's amazing is he had all these gorgeous Bridget Bardot and Jane Birkin, and
it shows you what the force of personality can really do.
He walked into the room and owned it, and with a confidence and a cool that was like sexy.
Yeah. And you own the room just with your kindness and your generosity and your talent.
Oh, see? Who wouldn't want him around?
That's right. Well, thanks for that endorsement. Yeah. Listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about. He knows it.
Oh, hey, speaking of obscure, can we talk about another movie?
Sure.
Okay. My Name is Jerry.
All right.
Yeah. That's my favorite human character that I've ever played. The character of Jerry Arthur, he's a middle-aged white guy going through a midlife crisis, something I am and something I have done. So I understood Jerry and had just a little indie film that's now available on Netflix Instant Watch and on Hulu. So if you don't have Netflix, you can watch it for free on the Hulu.
On the Hulu.
My Name is Jerry.
Hulu.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. That was written specifically for me by a young filmmaker who I'd done a project for when he was in film school. See, these little freebies you do kind of can come back to bless you when they remember you for later when you got a real paid gig coming. So, yeah. My Name is Jerry.
Reciprocal karma.
It comes, what goes around comes around, baby.
There you go. And you heard it from the man here, Mr. Doug Jones. Thank you so much. Check out My Name is Jerry. If you can, check out Gainsbourg.
Gainsbourg, A Heroic Life.
I always say that wrong.
Well, the French say Gainsbourg. a heroic life.
Right. And thank you so much. Doug Jones, everyone. Amazing. Big A horror fan saying sweet love and pink groove. Love ya.